girlfriends, and happy Monday night. It is very late in the evening, and I pray you had a beautiful day, beautiful Monday that was both restful and productive. And I hope that this rest that you are going into, or this morning that you do watch this heart check, welcomes you with rejuvenation, and that you are ready for the grace and the mercy of the day of Tuesday. And so for tonight's heart check, I wanted to come with the question of, do I know the difference between sin and conviction? As a Christian, it's very important for many reasons that I know how to differentiate these to abide by what a conviction is. And so a conviction is a firmly held belief or opinion that draws us near to Christ, closer to Him. When it's broken, when it becomes broken, that conviction, that personal conviction, can become sin, which is any immoral act that goes against the divine law of God. And so personal convictions are those that are given to you by the Holy Spirit for your personal will, what God would have for you. It's conviction to keep you in that realm, to not fall off, to not get behind, to not ignore and focus on other things. A conviction is so that you can always be steadfast, alert, and ready. So in Romans 14, Paul says to the church of Rome there, do you have a conviction? Do you know what your convictions are? Do you have convictions that you are aware of and that you respect? If you do, keep it to yourself before God. That's extremely important for convictions, because a lot of times as Christians we have our own personal Holy Spirit value list, and then we go, well, that's a sin for me to do that, therefore it must be sinful, and I need to go ahead and share this with others. But the difference is a personal conviction is for your individual will from God. And if your personal conviction is something that the Holy Spirit says, if you indulge in, if you give in to these things, it'll lead you to sin, does not mean that everyone's personal conviction line is yours. As Christians, we have to be very careful to not use our own personal convictions to become the Holy Spirit of other people. We are not anyone else's Holy Spirit, which means I can't take what I believe that is not sinful, but it may be amoral, meaning it is not right or wrong, but it stands in between, and it's something that can lead me to wrongness. I can't take that and then go run to all of my friends and everyone that I am acquainted with and say, hey, you can't do this because it leads to sin. Well, did God tell them that? Did the Holy Spirit turn in their spirit and share that with them? It's very important as Christians that we tell each other to be on guard to our personal convictions. But it says clearly here, keep it between yourself and God. Your personal convictions are so that you will continue to succeed, grow closer to Christ, and regenerate your own personal heart. But it's not for you to share your convictions so that others may also fall into their own personal convictions and then yours as well. You may be heaping a load onto someone that is too heavy for them to upkeep, and that the Holy Spirit does not have for them to follow. So along with us keeping our convictions to ourselves so that they do not turn into sin, we have to be on guard with any new endeavor we indulge in, so that we seek approval that it's not walking us into sin. And then we also have to be very much graceful with others, that we don't confuse the two. Sin and conviction are separated. Unless conviction is broken, it then becomes sin. But my personal conviction is not my neighbor's personal conviction. And it's very important that I do not impede on their walk by telling them don't do that or judging them because they do. I hope this blesses you, girlfriends, to really look at how you may be judging other people and their walks over your personal convictions, and then also always asking yourself, do I have a conviction? Do I know what my convictions are? Am I abiding by, respecting, and accepting my convictions? Take heed of those things, convictions and sins, and making sure that you are always on the right side of your convictions, and that you're never impeding on anyone else's walk by the judgment of what you have to live by. I love you, girlfriends. I hope you have an amazingly restful night, and I will see you tomorrow.